So today is another one of my super loose 5-minute urban sketches, and I try and keep the drawing down to 5 minutes and maybe 5 minutes on the painting, and basically just keep it really, really loose, and that way I think it has a bit more appeal to people who are really true beginners. But it's still an interesting piece of art that has something to say. Something a little bit different today. I'm going to be sketching with this fude pen, which is just like a normal fountain pen, but it has a slightly bent nib at the end. Now that on this rough paper means you get some quite interesting broken lines, and it adds a little bit more character really to the drawing. Now with the reference drawing here, you can see this is Lindisfarne Castle. It's a pretty symmetrical sort of drawing of this very famous castle in Northumberland, but it has some interesting swoops and lines and sort of intersections, but it's also got some quite strong side lighting. Okay, so I'm going to put in just a couple of dots up here. Actually, I won't put in dots, I'll put in some lines. Let's draft in some bits of the castle. Okay, so I'm just going to go for it. I've started in a bit of an odd place actually. I wouldn't normally start up there, but I kind of feel I've committed now, so I'm just going to go for it. Now, I've drawn this place probably 20 times, a lot, which is one of the reasons why. It's partly because I've been studying a lot. One artist who draws this place a lot, he's a guy called Brian Ramsey. He's one of my favourite artists, and he has drawn this place many times, and I really like the way he draws, so I've kind of been ripping off his style a little bit. So when I'm sketching in these lines, I'm holding the pen quite far back. I'm thinking about some of these areas of stonework. I'm trying to draw some of the detail in, but not much. We've got a little bit of stonework there. A little bit of stonework down here. We have some tufts of grass here, and then really this path kind of zooms through there, and let's just exaggerate it a little bit here, and then we have a very exaggerated fence line. And again, I can't really afford to do anything too extravagant with that, so I'm going to put in something that kind of cheats at fence. I don't really want to do a lot more on this, to be honest with you. One of the things I want to do is to try and put some of these cobbles in, because this is a cobbled path. Now, if you flip this pen over, it does give you some thinner lines on the back here. Okay, and then finally, let's just do a hint of some stuff there. So is it accurate? Nope. Let's put a flag up there. I quite like something a little bit weird on there. So is it accurate? No. Does it have to be? No. I'm just going to put a bit of a solid line around here. I quite like sometimes a bit more of this graphical style, if you know what I mean. There we go. 7 minutes. Disgraceful. Now, although it's really tempting just to get a big brush and a lot of paint on there, because I've put quite a lot of ink on quite quickly, and these fude pens, they do lay down a lot of ink. Even though this is water-soluble ink, unless it's completely dry, it won't be truly water-soluble, and it'll just go everywhere. And actually, that's really quite nice for an effect, but sometimes you don't want that effect. That's a good point. Should we use that effect for some shadows now, and then do the watercolour afterwards? Now that would be crazy. Let's give it a go. So let's pick up a bit of water. Let's see if we can add in the shadows here while we still have a little bit of pigment. What I could do is I could get some ink here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a tiny bit of the ink directly out of here, and I'm going to add it in. Now that might be enough. Let me just move that to there, because I can pick it up and move it around, you see. Might be enough. Definitely an interesting way of working. I quite like it. Add some more on there. And actually it got some going down there. Interesting. Right, so I'm going to leave that there. So let's hair dry that now. And that's super interesting. I would never have thought, weirdly would never have thought of doing it that way, but I guess you could. As you're drawing, you could add your sort of shadow layers in with the black, which isn't strictly true, you know, in terms of how shadows work, but it's definitely a fun way of doing it, isn't it? That's really cool. So I want to create a bit of an interesting sky. The sky in this one is really flat. I just want to create something a little bit more interesting than is there. So let's get a bit of a cobalt blue vibe going. Do something a bit patchy like that. And let's put a couple of big splashes. And then like that. Now, I could leave it there, actually. I think that's really quite nice just as it is. But let's put a bit of green in and maybe a mix of colours. Because across the top we do have some, it's quite yellow toned. And then below it we have a bit more of this stone colour, and then we're going to come down to some of these greens. Now some of the greens are quite light and some of the greens are quite dark. So we've got this undersea green, which is such a beautiful Daniel Smith colour here, and then we've got quite a lot of this bush, quite like a minimum bit of. It's a nice way of creating little bits of foliage, this. Just something like that. It gives a sense of a sort of tufty area. And then if you want to, you can complicate it and add in all sorts of different colours, but I'm going to keep it pretty simple. Just want to add in a few little light areas right through here. And then for the cobbles, we're going to just literally do some bits like this and leave a lot of white space, I think. I quite like the white space. There we go. Again, I could use this as a lovely base layer and then add in lots of more interesting things on there. But I quite like that just as is. I'm not so keen on this bit here. I would want to fill that in. That blue up there is crazy. So very minimal colouring on that. I really like it. That bit there is a bit light. So that was a really fun one, loads of chaos. Quite interesting mark making, you know, putting the brush on like that and then pulling up to make those marks. That was really good, and actually, you know, it worked quite well. I can just show you on the back of here how that works. I'll just choose a random colour, but one that's got a little bit of punch to it. So you lay the brush on and just pull it up like that. I guess if you go quite big, maybe try and go quite small. Yeah, it's just nice trying finding different ways of using brushes, you know. So a lot of what this really comes down to is just being bold and confident. And once you've done the process a few times, once you've got a pen and you've gone in there and just blah, 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 and then slap some paint on, you can build your confidence up and start building up layers and start adding in tones and different values. But it's really fun, the initial stage of that learning curve, when you're right on the steep bit, where every time you create art, you're still finding new things. That is really wonderful. That said, one of the things that really amazes me about doing these videos is the idea there of putting the shade on before the ink dries. You know, I have done that in the past, but you forget because you're always doing different things, and you know, you forget these little things. It just goes to show there's always stuff to learn. And then isn't that brilliant? So I hope you're enjoying these really simple ones. They're really good fun to do. And remember my Patreon. For the price of a coffee, you get my full tutorials from drawing fundamentals all the way up to some advanced watercolor stuff and lots of interesting techniques and reference drawings and a great little community over there on my Patreon. And you can post your artwork and ask me questions. So that's all there. And yeah, like, subscribe, and drop a comment in, tell me what you think about this, and have you been to Lindisfarne? It's a beautiful spot. So thanks for stopping by, and if you stuck all the way to the end, you have my sincerest respect. Thanks guys, see you next time, bye bye.